This is why we love technical difficulties.
Wait, this is already session 15?
Yes, we are on our 15th session.
How?
Wow.
Magic.
Cascade Nutty the fuck?
How?
Well, everybody met, had detention, did a bunch of school-based things, did 2 different side quests, went to a temple in the middle of the Lux Forest. You guys have done quite a bit. You're level 3.
If you don't keep that in the chat in the video, I'm gonna punch a wall.
We killed a house!
I don't even
Which-
know. You guys did kill a house.
Also, Ashel lost their name, then regained it.
This is a fucking editor's nightmare, I promise you. Because I have no idea when to begin this video. But I do know when to
How
begin
about
this
now?
section, and I'm going to do it right now. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Campfire Stories RPG and our Defendus Academy series here on the channel using Critical Dagger Heart System. And last one. Alex, in her continuous effort to use the Ranger's location ability to track the mysterious bandit outside their room, still has not slept in a good while, and ended
Their
up
mom
having
thinks
a just full-on emotional breakdown with Calathea Swiftbead, our resident captain of the Defendus Dragon Turtles, and reluctant adventuring party member. Although, maybe not as reluctant as she used to be. In the meantime, the gathering of influence has been being planned for quite some time. A gathering of some of the most influential leaders, close enough by to all gather at Defendus Academy, for a bit of a show of explaining what it is that they do and sort of making their presences known. Sometimes it's not education so much as it is a reminder. This also serves as a way for high-ranking officials to be in Defendus Academy to vouch for our students as they make their claims of what they saw and heard at the lab. In the meantime, you guys also found out about the Curio Fabula, the group of magical artifacts sort of made by the determination of a few humans who helped during the battle of against the antagonist assembly way too far in the past, when Defendus first took them down and established his academy. The first of which being Red's cloak, who is now being worn, I believe, by Piper. And speaking of which, the Fae twins, along with the newly rechristened Ashlyn,
Whose book cover has changed to the White Rabbit.
Whose book cover has now changed to Rabbit. Seems to be interesting as she
Not
continues
necessarily
to
the-
have correspondence with her brother somehow. They find themselves at the front, sort of, outside entrance to Defendus Academy, seeing an in-trouble Toby Locksplitter tied to the end of a balloon string and bounced almost like a yo-yo by one Gloria, to be determined last name that changes quite often, but I tend to be going with Skullcrunch.
Yeah, we're sticking with it.
We're sticking with it. It's canon, especially when it's not.
Canon. Now.
Piper, being as Piper likes to do, stepping in to save their friend and throw a couple of colorful words towards Gloria, stooping as low as she normally does to refer to Piper as a pixie.
Right.
This caught the attention of a newly arrived character. A black and purple clad sort of punk rock pixie that aimed a couple more interestingly colorful words towards Miss Skullcrush, who turned her attention and attempted an attack before a very familiar swirling within the eyes was seen. Unsealing eyes that caused Gloria to lose her balance, face plant into the ground. The last thing remembered being the twins putting the pieces together, along with some things being said by this pixie to reveal herself as Princess Thalacia Inkshadow of the Unsealing Courts. As she says to them, "Guess I should get to know my extended family."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a moment sort of settles in this dust as Alex, you and Calathea also arrive around this time. You guys kind of catch the tail end of what is going on here, and Gloria is a large enough presence that you definitely see her fall. And this conversation just sort of happened while Gloria's picking up the broken pieces of her pride. As Thalacia sort of turns back towards the twins and Ashlyn and says, so, you're gonna have to forgive me here, but which one's which?
Ashlyn just burst out into laugh.
So you're both you have different vibes, don't get me wrong, but you're very similar. And from Reed, I only got names.
Also, just out of character, the fact that Felicia and Piper share a very similar style,
Oh yeah.
but Piper
Right,
has
yeah.
blues and pinks added, because
Yeah.
Piper's also punk rock, but
Yeah,
with blue, pink,
pastel
black,
punk
and
rock
purple.
versus like hot topic punk rock.
Yeah, basically. You've got Piper and
Sonata's
stuff.
gonna raise her hand and go, "I'm Sonata. That's Piper, who seems to be matching your vibe apparently."
She kind of looks
Sonata
over. She's
is
like,
a
"Not
quiet
really my
one."
color scheme, but yeah, you know, we could trade some fashion tips, especially, yeah."
Hi, I'm Ashlyn.
Good, Ashlyn. Pleasure to meet you. Any friend of my family's is a friend of mine. It is at this point you guys do
your
also
extended
see
family can
Alex and
kick some
Calathea.
butt.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Piper just
Sonata's.
They can kick some butt. Your extended family.
Aye, well, I'd hope so. I know what
Hello.
Reed can do, and has passed down any of his tricks down to you guys.
I love that comment when Sonata has yet to actually like you know she's been like when Sonata has yet to actually fight. I don't think Sonata's like I've ever actually had like you know she's been in fights, but I don't think she's ever actually like fought.
Let me guess.
But
Piper
anyway.
just found
Underestimated because you're small, and then you end up kicking a person's ass.
Yeah.
Seems about right.
laughing and just goes, I killed a house.
Oh.
They also
Kinda like oh yeah.
First of
just
all, you
like-
killed a house.
It was
a mimic.
and when
Okay,
she-
that makes
when,
sense. That doesn't make sense. What?
When Sonata sees Alex and Calathea, she's gonna kind of like wave them over, to where you know the group is talking.
You see, Alex looks very well rested. Actually, looks
Okay.
very well rested. and is wearing a monochrome. You guys all saw it, but for the audience, monochrome, like all black shirt, like nice shirt, suspenders, and then pants with a little like poofy kind of touch of girly skirt on top of it all. But yes, looks very well rested.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
And
when
for-
you guys, she'll go, "You
Go
look
ahead,
well." She says, to look, Sonata will say, looking at Alex.
Alex nods and thank. Not wearing earrings, for the record, Madam
So you're
DM.
not wearing the earring.
Nope.
Okay. Good to know.
Happy to see that you're okay. Sorry for the late night text.
You texted me in the late night. What did you say? Oh, that's right. I was coming to see you at the library.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
got held up.
it's all
Exactly.
good.
I'm actually going to go around right now because we are at the day of the Gathering of Influence. This might have been mentioned like at the tail end of the last episode, but we'll go ahead and sort of resurface it. Let's go ahead and do a fit check.
Y'all got
I'll-
mine.
Check.
I'll go next. Ashlyn, who you normally just see wearing a robe, decides to dress up. She's wearing a dark blue navy blazer over her regular, like, with a red shirt underneath. The collar has like dark crimson red like accents. For those who have seen Glee, yes, I'm describing the Warblers blazers.
You're wearing a Warblers blazer, but on a fucking...
There's no Dalton Academy monogram. It's just
Defendus.
but like on a satyr.
I love it.
and she's wearing like her normal like mountain wear pants, because that's the only type of pants they have for like formal wear in the ridge where she's from.
I have to ask.
And she's wearing her combat black boots.
I have to ask, because
I got combat.
you know that the fantasy people are gonna ask this question. How do you wear your pants?
Fuck?
It's a
Oh,
satyr.
God.
It's a
Oh,
four-legged
God.
creature.
Oh, God.
Is it the back
It's
legs?
a
Is it all
fawn.
four?
It's a
a fawn.
fawn.
Oh, it's a
Oh, no,
fawn.
half
Sorry, I
fawn.
thought you were... Sorry.
You're thinking of centaur. Centaur's a fawn.
I was gonna say it. Sometimes
Also, a living creature. Satyrs have 2 legs.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah, you're thinking of Centaur.
Less centaur, more Mr. Tumnus. Okay, we're good.
More Grover.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so then, yeah, just regular old pants then.
Have you imagined Ashlyn as a fucking horse bitch this whole time?
A little bit.
She made her front.
Oh no!
Use her arms when she leaves. Doesn't mean that she's out.
I'm fucking... It's a fantasy world. If a fucking horse wants to boing places, sure. Alright, we're fixing that. It only took me 15 sessions to do it.
Okay,
We're gonna fix
if it
that.
was-
I love
That's what I
playing
don't
imagination games.
Can someone please quote in the quote channel if the whole if a horse because I don't swear so I can't quote it properly. If a horse wants to boing places it can.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh my god, it's... I'm gonna... Somehow you guys are gonna make a bouncing horse by the end of this
Horns.
campaign.
I've talked about having horns.
I'm gonna put it in the.
I wasn't thinking centaur, I was thinking satyr.
Satyrs also still are 2 legs.
yeah, satyrs are 2 legs.
Well, that's great. Fucking far be it from me to have
Also,
the game
you
with
have
3
seen
people who
my-
are obsessed with Greek mythology.
Also,
So funny.
you know my art. You saw this. You have seen my drawing of my character. I'm
I
pretty sure
what I had for lunch yesterday.
It's
Anyway,
just the thought. Just I can't get over the fact that that's what you were imagining this whole time. We play imagination games, y'all. We're all imagining.
We live
It
in
does,
society.
hey, Med, it does not help that I'm hyper, like, I know about Greek mythology because I'm 25% Greek.
I know you guys are 25% Greek and 75% nerd.
My dad's parents are both from Greece.
No, I
so
mean I believe you. We don't have to
you
do
know,
a 23andMe. I believe you.
Yeah. Also, you know, the rest of us who are going, you know, is all Greek mythology nerds, for you know, Percy Jackson reasons.
We're going
Um,
to accept the L here, and we're gonna move on to the rest of the fit check.
yes,
Let's go to Sonata.
sure.
Ew. Ew.
So I mean, I have a picture. I'll actually reply to the picture both Don and I have put in our images. But I'll explain it for, you know, audience purposes. But you know, so basically, so Sonata's hair is normally like kind of just back in a ponytail, not like anything fancy. It's just kind of, you know, backing up and out of the way. But it's kind of up in these sort of like almost like half bun things on the side of her head, with these like little like golden like hair pieces underneath. She's got this. It's sort of like, you know, she normally her outfit's like sweatshirt and like sweatpants. Like she's just kind of, you know, like t-shirt and jeans. Like she's just, you know, very casually dressed normally. But, you know, she's got a dress on. It's this like blue kind of like flowy dress with some like flowers. And she's not wearing heels because heels are annoying. But she's wearing some, you know, nice flats. That are, you know, they're nice. Not like the sneakers that she normally wears.
Okay. We move on to Sonata's other half, Piper.
It's funny because Piper's completely different style than usual. I realized Piper's nowhere near punk rock right now.
Oh yeah. So the comment I made about the matching vibes is completely wrong. But anyway.
Yeah. So Piper's hair is like half up, half down with a little bun with like a little gold style little like flowery piece putting in the bun and the rest of it like being down. Right?
Yeah.
And then Piper has a two-piece, but it's kind of connected by like little strands almost between the thing. But it's very much a crop top and skirt, but at the same time it's a dress. You know what I mean?
I can see it, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a white and gold crop top, like the lining is gold with white, and then a white and gold skirt that's kind of, it goes like down to not, about halfway between hip and knee, and then splits off at the front, right? And so pure white and gold look, but the one thing that keeps in Piper's normal style, Piper does not go anywhere without weapons. You can see Piper has a black dagger holster on their leg, with a black blade, a black handle with a blade sticking out, and the sword with the same black handle on their hip, on their hip.
I see. That's nice.
And also white and gold stilettos. Yes, Piper's in stilettos. Piper can fight in heels.
Elsa style.
Love that. And then we will totally get a Calathea fit as soon as Calathea is in the room.
I'm in the room.
Oh.
I'm just standing up
All right.
because I've been sitting down all day.
Fair enough. Calathea fit check.
Calathea fit check. I guess probably for one of the first times you guys ever seen. She is not in her traditional sportswear.
Oh, that's right.
Because of the event that's occurring, and well, everyone else is going very formal, and as a representative of the school sports team, she's kind of dressed up a bit more with like almost like a purple, like a dark purple dress type deal, as you know, sticking with her traditional, very bright and vibrant colors. her her hair is still parted down to the side because it's that weird half shave.
Love that. It's
But
very
she also has her orange cropped sports jacket over top of her dress because she's still representing the team, and very much like her traveling companions, her weapons are also in view, but it's also, boom boom weapons.
yeah.
But her gauntlets, I kind of imagined her gauntlets more like being like Yang's from Ruby, where they kind of collapse in when they're not
I would see that.
needed.
Yeah, so that
Not
they're not this
needed.
bulky thing on your hands the entire time.
Yeah, but can like flip out or deploy so that she can punch people really hard.
Yeah. So it
Ashlyn is
it
carrying
kind of
hers.
like reels back into the things that sort of like trail down the fingers a little bit.
Mm-hmm. So they're more like bracers or bracelets right now, or I guess they're more like bracers over our arms. But yeah, and also because I still not 100% sure how a person with digigrade legs would walk around with shoes. She's of course barefooted, so.
Yeah, you're more of like a flutterer.
No,
anyway.
she's a walker.
Oh, you're more of a walker?
She's a fairy. She may be a fairy, but she is more grounded than the twins.
Another question. Is Piper wearing the cloak right now?
Yes,
Okay.
but man, am I allowed to have used the spell to try and keep it at least somewhat hidden, so it doesn't interfere with the outfit? I can roll a spell check if you want.
Well,
see
I
if it's
believe
hidden.
also. Oh no, this is not.
Do you want me to roll the spell check to see if the illusion's working?
Yes, please.
Also, Ashlyn is wearing a bag where she has her journal, her book, and in a notebook.
Oh.
I didn't mention this, but
And a dual staff.
On Piper's other hip, where the sword is a violin case fastened.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Because obviously
And she
Piper's
does.
violin.
Also,
That's
she
what-
does have pockets. Ashlyn does have pockets, and she takes out a tin can.
Oh,
Let me check.
absolutely, because the dresses in Defendus Academy have pockets.
Oh, thank
Wearing a
God.
dress.
As they should. As they should.
Well,
I
and the
can't
pants,
fail this, Ned.
No,
Ned, I can't fail this.
You can't. No, that's. I mean, fair. But
With
you can
what
roll to
I've
see if you
rolled,
crit.
that is a 26. I rolled an 11 and a 12. With hope, by the way. A spellcaster with hope, 11 and 12. 12 on the hope die, 11 on the fear die.
The highest you can
26.
get without critting.
Yeah, 26.
Nice.
So go ahead
I
and take your
the
hope
DC
point.
was a 14. By the
man.
way.
Yes.
Yes, the pockets does have the snack bag of holding.
Oh,
Her
absolutely.
By the way,
Fair.
Ned, if anyone's closer than close range to Piper, they can. It only holds up to scrutiny guaranteed. If you're further than close, like you can see a bit about illusion if you're close or closer.
Yeah, but there's nobody that wouldn't see this and
Yeah.
think that maybe this is just sort of part of the flashiness of your design.
And Sonata, it's obviously not the exact same. It's because you've got the illusion on. It's not the exact same cloak, but she's wearing her own magic cloak. It's very similar in like whatever style. This is like the only like similarity in their outfits is whatever the cloaks look like.
Yeah.
Oh.
You see that Toby kind of quickly thanks you both, but sees that Gloria's not going to stay down for long and scurries sort of back into the school.
Yeah.
And as you sort of wave Calathea and Alex over, Felicia just goes, "Oh, these are a couple of your friends too."
Yes.
Hi there, Felicia Inkshadow, Unseelie Court.
Points.
Ah,
Like
your
figures
reads.
out, is doing math in head of like, yeah, it's mathing now. We're good.
Your Reed, significant other.
Oh,
Pleasure to meet you.
yes, you've met Reed.
He is, I'm the captain of the... He's one of my team members. I'm the captain of the Dragon Turtles.
Oh, yes, the Dragon Turtles. Yes, they... mock sports, I believe they call it, right?
Yes.
Hold it. Let me get a good look at you. Kind of does like a little quick like flutter around you. You're built like a fucking great sword, you are. Huh. Interesting.
Alex chuckles like
I like it. I like to
I-
see ass kicking fairies out here.
I'll take that as a compliment, especially seeing after seeing what you did to Gloria down there. By the way, it's a good look for you, Miss Skull Crusher.
Fucking
Miss
humble
Skull
drop. It is at this point that you see two people actually come to Thalicia's side.
Madam.
Yes.
I was just wondering if my ping is. I'm think about my ping right now. That's all.
You're
when you get-
doing good. You don't seem to be lagging out for me.
No.
You're
I'm
ping.
wondering if my
Persona
Yes.
ping.
Sorry, I thought you were talking about your like online ping.
my
Towards the school.
okay. Are we in the school? Where the hell are we?
You
Are we
are-
outside the school?
You're in front of the school right now. As
Okay.
people are like entering, you're at like the
Mhm.
welcoming committee essentially.
Oh god. Okay, cool.
Yes, this is
Yeah.
how Thalacia saw you guys. Is like
God.
she was basically just arriving.
Love it.
And then we called you over.
Speaking of which, two people who could not possibly be dressed any different. You have dressed in a sort of formal white and like blue accented like three-piece suit. His hair slicked back in the goofiest looking of trying to be formal. Reed Peer on her left side.
Viper's immediately laughing at her brother. At the
Mm-hmm.
time. In a friendly sibling way, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
It does one of those things where like one of the strands of hair just fucking like sticks up, and he's like,
That's also a good look for you.
"Thanks, Cap." Felicia just kind of looks over and is like, "You look like a fucking dolt. But you look like my dolt." And she fucking like leans over, gives him a kiss. On
dolt.
the right-hand side, a person that you don't actually recognize is a male pixie, about I'd say about your guys' age, maybe like 1 or 2 years older. He has sort of like the like My Chemical Romance like scene hair. But instead of looking like a brooding twat, he actually has like a big smile on his face. Has two short swords on either side. Dressed in what could only be described as not military gear, because the Unseelie kind of don't like that. They're a little bit more informal than that. But you can tell this is a person here on official status.
Like bodyguard style?
Yes, like a
He looks like a
sort
Fed.
of, and like an escort for Thalacia, who is a very important, political figure.
Is
So
he
like one of
hot?
those bodyguards that tried not to look like a bodyguard, but obviously tried too hard, and they obviously look like a bodyguard.
Yeah.
Nice
Is
hair.
he hot?
Is he hot?
Is he attractive?
Make a presence reaction roll.
Roll, are you attracted to this man?
Yeah, roll. Yeah, because attractiveness is subjective.
You said
Ashton's like, nice
presence?
hair.
Viper's laughing at what she said, and is just kind of giving a look of like, I can tell we're gonna get along. kind of after what she said to me. Look.
13?
13. It's definitely not an unattractive guy for sure. Not a style that you're accustomed to. You don't see many pixie around Defendus Academy. Not to say that there isn't any, but it's kind of like running into the only vampire in the school. You're
Yeah.
just kind of like, there's an
Yeah.
otherworldliness to this guy, for
To
sure.
the otherworldliness.
Yeah, and he definitely catches you kind of sizing him up. He doesn't know how
Doesn't
you're
realize
doing
it.
it.
Doesn't know if I'm like sizing him up or like checking him out.
Right, exactly. But he has like a happy demeanor, and he just kind of like looks over, gives you like the side smile.
Kind of non.
Felicia,
Okay.
he gets the comment from you, Ashlyn, of like nice hair. And he's like, "Thanks, love. I'm liking the suit. Stands out from all the dresses."
Dresses don't work where I'm from.
Interesting. High mountains, I would assume.
Yeah.
Lore.
The only formal thing I got.
Ashlyn's just being like, she does not have Lore. And he's like, just compliment. Like, no, but she does not say that, but just like.
Felicia actually remarks on that, Calathea. She goes, "I had to go through 8 outfits just to get one that they would say is okay to wear it to school." Just
Fair.
dress codes. I'm not used to this, but I mean,
I feel ya. I understand.
jumped at the chance to see Reed, and Reed is like, it's been way too long. I have missed you so much. But I'm getting better every day, and I'm gonna smash those trials eventually. And she's like, "Don't fucking get yourself killed." He goes, "No promises."
So Sonata, like, looks over, like, trials? What are you talking about?
Well, you guys know the whole history between pixies and fairies, right?
Yeah.
No.
So, pixies and fairies don't really get along that much. We kind of tend to prefer the darkness and the shade, and we will typically go into forms of magic that fairies and other sort of high fae won't do. Which kind of got us isolated from the culture and fully banished. So, there's a little bit of hard feelings there.
I point out that Cal would probably snicker at the comment about high-born fairies not going through certain magics.
Yeah, you have heard that so often. Like,
Yep.
highborn fairies, we hold ourselves to a higher standard, and you hear the posh voice of your fucking family just ring through your head as you giggle.
Ashlyn whispers to Piper, "Do you think they like Fred?"
Do you think they like what?
Fred.
Oh.
Maybe, but maybe, ask first. We don't want to be seen as a threat and causing issues with my new sister-in-law.
I don't
Piper
plan on
whispers
summoning
back.
him until I need to. I was just wondering.
Okay.
So, when Reed came in as a fairy spy, things weren't great. We started off on the wrong foot, but then, you know, he was into him and he was into me, and various sort of 8-night trips to the dungeons, where Reed was kept for a number of months. eventually, we ended up getting married, and it's complicated. So he's not allowed at the moment to stand by my side as part of Unseelie Fairy rules until he completes the trials necessary to be determined worthy. That's why Cadian is here. And the recently named Carrion,
Aryan?
Carrion.
Kate?
K-A-R-I-O-N.
He's a carry-on.
He's a carry-on, he is. And he just sort of is my official bodyguard at the moment. And you see him kind of look over. I understand it's a temporary action for sure. But I mean, I get to travel, so, and the perks of the job are good. I mean, like, you know, full medical, full dent,
Ooh, dental.
right? A fucking left wing for dental cover.
What the fuck?
And Reed is like, that's why I'm here at Defendus, is to
Left
sort of
wing.
learn to become a better guardian, so that I can better protect Thalacia and also serve by her side.
Gotcha.
Sonata's just gonna say, I'm just glad you're here at all.
You know, I was happy to see Reed. Wasn't super happy to be going to a big school. But I think actually it might not be too bad, especially with you lot around. And you know the expression, famous last words?
Yes,
Yep.
So, those can serve as, not last words, specifically, but definitely famous words, as a quick, do I have the notes? No, I have these somewhere in notes. Oh, yes. Have it here. You hear a selection of sort of trumpets and whimsical harps begin to come from not within the school, but from the outside. And I will say you are all Fae. The lot of you know a highborn elf when you see one. Dressed in the most sort of pompous, gold with pink accents, suit, thin as a fucking pencil, like large mane of like stark white hair, set up, presenting Queen Savelle Lilygust, High Monarch of the Sealy Court and the Shimmer-lit Wildlands. As he sort of steps aside and flanked on either side by a set of protectors, a sort of highborn fairy queen steps forward, does not fly, but actually walks forward. Wisps of golden hair that seem to flow where there is no breeze. In a dress, sort of like pink and white silks, with golden embroidery in different swirls and almost arcane runes as well. Trails behind her, creating a train that seems to almost, instead of end, sort of disappear. And because you guys are basically doing this dead center of the walkway, Queen Savelle steps forward. It is lovely to be here at Defendus Academy, meet all of you. I cannot wait to speak to you all of matters of the Sealy Courts and how it affects your lives as well, of course, of the Fae here, who may wish to one day serve amongst my court. This may be a chance for a correspondence.
Oh, this is Alicia's mom.
No.
No.
Oh, this is
This is
the
the
other
queen of the
side.
Sealy. This is the other side.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay,
this
cool,
is
cool,
the
cool,
this
cool,
is the
cool.
queen of the people. This is the queen of the This
Awesome.
is the queen who doesn't like Thalacia.
Correct.
Basically.
I see. Queen,
Yeah.
and you said Savelle?
Queen
Savelle.
Savelle. Queen Savelle Lilygust.
Lily Gust. I don't have space. Lily Gust. That's stupid. I lost my eraser. I don't know where it went. I'm just suffering. It's fine. I'm dying.
She sort of steps forward and is like, I hate to put it this way, but it's how we kind of know it colloquially, is kind of like British Queen waving.
Oh, God.
At people, which tells you that it's a little bit put on, right? You don't know how much of it is put on, but there is an air of performance to this, for sure. There are Fae that go to the school that are transfixed by this woman. There are people that you recognize, Calathea, from your warrior and guardian classes, that sort of stand at a attention as they see her come by. They make a nod to her guards and to her guard captain. Well, and they make a nod back, and you see even a nod back from the guard captain is they tense up in excitement from this. And it doesn't take long as she's walking through before she locks eyes with Thalacia and Reed.
Boy.
And she stops, as do her guards. And there is... the pause is maybe 3 seconds. It feels like a...
Mm-hmm.
as they sort of regard each other. And Saville goes, Thalacia? Saville? She looks over at Reed, but does not say his name.
So yeah, it's the forced I want to say forced civility, basically,
It's Phil. That's funny. Her name happens to be Seville. How civil is
you know what I mean, though.
No, it's perfect. This one's great.
I was so tempted to be like, Ashley, but she's like, nope, not at this point, nope.
For Ashley to pull the donkey.
And she does not. She's like, nope.
Sonata, do we see you like visibly trying to stop yourself from saying something? How obvious?
No,
is
she
it?
clenches her fist. Like she's like,
Okay.
nope.
Sonata's gonna kind of look over at you and go, "Are you okay?"
I'm trying to not make a joke. I just don't want to. But
Sonata's
I'm
like yeah, where
It's
she's
so
in presence of
obvious.
like absolute royalty, and you know this comment like you see Sonata like she almost like visibly bites her tongue to keep herself from laughing.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Like you see her wince like you know like don't stop. You know you see her trying to keep herself contained.
That's what I'm gonna do.
It is also not lost on her, by the way. Though she doesn't make direct eye contact with a lot of you, it is not lost on her to see Thalacia not only with Reed, who she expected, but is still not the biggest fan of, but also surrounded by other Fae.
Yes.
By
You know,
other
on top of
Seelie
that,
Fae.
yes, you know, including
Oh,
I would say
this is y'all's
two
screen.
little fairies who have the exact same wings as Reed. Or like maybe
Yes.
not the exact same, but like pretty identical.
A
Actually,
family
minimum.
resemblance.
Actually, I will say something. She doesn't
Oh.
regard the twins. She doesn't
Oh.
look at you two long enough to make the resemblance connection.
Okay.
She does clock Calathea for what seems like a brief second.
Ah, okay. That
Because she does know the family's influence. But again, it's not enough to you don't consider it a regard, but there is a moment of like noticing that you're a person, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And the full intent is for that to be the conversation, the saying of names. She does not say Reed's, but continues to sort of make her way into the school. Her guards continue to move, except for one line of her guards cannot move forward. Because the person at the front of that line has stopped dead in their tracks. Seville looks back, Queen Seville looks back, and says, "Davin, is something the matter?" This is a name that the twin.
Davin? Oh, there's our dad? Is this our dad?
Your father
Aha!
stands
Dad
in front
event?
of this line
Dad!
in
Face
similar,
immediately turns sour.
in
Davin?
similar
Like
regal
Dad.
attire.
Because you know there's Sonata who she's
God,
not
this
the
is so
biggest
awkward.
fan, but doesn't outright hate. You know what I mean?
then-
Like you know. And then there's Sonata just kind of is like looking like, hi.
Piper's
This guy.
Piper's gone
Ashlyn
from like
whispers.
this. Sorry.
Ashlyn whispers, "Do you know this guy?"
Do you know this guy?
You know this guy. So what is Piper's face? I
Piper's
imagine
face
this
has
is all
gone from
happening
the
at the same
smile of, oh, I met my sister-in-law, and she's a super cool person because similar style, like punk rock style and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff, to basically the most serious, like, not outwardly glaring, but you can tell if it wasn't for the fact that civility and stuff, Piper would be glaring. Like, Piper is very much hidden glaring daggers at this dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I know this look.
hidden glaring
It's the one I
daggers
gave
at
my
this-
family.
After finding out what happened
Yeah.
with Reed, especially because we've established that Piper and Reed were very close,
Yeah.
right? Reed literally trained Piper from a little kid.
Yes.
Piper and Reed were super close. After finding out what happened to Reed, Piper's angry.
Yeah.
Piper,
And
can you
Piper's
do me a
trying to
quick
hide it.
favor?
Yeah.
Can you give me a presence reaction roll?
I will say in response to Ashlyn whispering, probably I guess to Sonata since they're apparently like right near each other, given earlier.
I'm next to the twins.
Yeah.
That
Sonata's
is a
gonna kind of
19.
Sonata's gonna kind of, respond to Ashlyn and go, "That's our dad." But like this is where this response is where the emotion of like her face is definitely not like, "Oh, this is my dad" when she hears the name, sees him. But this is where the emotion of "I'm not happy" shows, with the way she kind of how people like, "Oh, that's my dad," like or something like they're a bit more
Yeah.
happy. She goes, "That's my dad," in the
The
this is a
downward inflection at the
yeah
end of the sentence.
yeah.
Ashton's like,
Dad.
oh.
Piper, what was
And
that roll?
First of all, I can use one of my experiences, I think.
What is that?
Keep the peace. Obviously not wanting to start arguments in the middle of this whole thing.
I think
And
that
then-
I
that's...
can keep the peace.
There's nothing on this planet that would apply more to this scene than
Mhm.
that experience.
By the way, Ashton makes a
Thank
little
you.
pout after she said, oh.
Which makes it a 21.
The emotion wells in you, but you put on you are fully on stage right now.
Mhm.
And you realize that like this is a moment for later, and you hide your face a lot better than your father hides him. Because he
Okay.
has stopped dead in his tracks as he locks eyes with Reed, sorry.
Yeah, with Pierre.
With
Pierce
Pierre,
in
which
him.
would be all three of you at once, and he has 3 eyes. No. Not that kind of insectoid fae. As he locks eyes with Reed.
Oh, gosh.
And once again, there's a moment again of silence. You can actually see, by the way, Carrion locks this, and he smiles for a second. He takes a step back behind Felicia.
oh no.
And
I just go, oh no.
you see
like-
Reed see this opportunity. He steps beside her.
I love that.
And he looks up at his father. Is there something that we could help you with?
Ooh.
Wow.
And you just see the queen sort of looks back at the father as red flushes this man's face. And the queen goes, Davin, keep in form, please. Yes, my queen. Steps into form with the rest of them and sort of walks in. And a moment, he breaks the eye contact and looks towards Piper and Sonata with a look of disappointment.
It doesn't care.
Yeah, no, so once again, Sonata isn't like, visibly like, oh, I hate you, but, like, to the extent that Piper is. But once again, showing clear. She kind of doesn't react. The disappointment of her father, she's like, I'm disappointed in you myself, basically. I actually kind of like that. The look of disappointment that he gives them, she kind of reflects at him.
It is a full mirror between the two of
Yeah.
you of the look of disappointment, of who you are and what you've become.
Mm-hmm.
And
face is just a smirk at him. Piper's just a smirk.
Oh,
like,
yes.
Did you really? Piper's look is a did you really think? Like, don't be disappointed in me. You had to have known this was coming kind of look. Like, you knew Piper and Reed were close growing up. You had to know this was coming
And
kind of look.
there is obviously in the beginning there was that shock. He did not see this coming. Never underestimate the ego of a parent.
What can I just do out once they're out of earshot? Like she's like, Ashlyn, finally, I had to do it. I had to do it. It was so
Yes,
tempting.
absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Ashley, like maybe they're not quite out of earshot or something. You just burst out with your name, breaking the moment a bit.
Ashlyn, can you
And
make a presence roll for me, please?
Sorry, I think that's like the perfect thing to do for
Oh, yeah.
Ashlyn.
you know,
I absolutely
do-
I need this presence roll in my life.
Sorry, okay, that's a 2. I have not rolled the whole thing yet.
Okay.
I have to re-roll my hope die. It got stuck.
Fair.
It got stuck the second time, guys. Sorry.
it's okay.
Cock.
For those who don't know, I'm currently on my bed because I've been feeling crummy these past few days.
Understandable.
That would... Can I use your experience?
Which one would you like to use?
Class clown!
Oh, 100%.
That would be
Absolutely.
11 with hope.
11 with hope. You spent the hope point to do that, right?
Yes.
Okay. 11 with hope, so you get your hope point back. You get like a couple of like chuckles, enough to sort of break the tension that has happened here. You see that sort of Reed, forgetting to breathe after a while, just kind of goes, oh. And as
Out of character, like that was a perfect thing for Ashlyn to do.
Oh yeah.
You just like, it's just like the doors close and there's a silence and you just hear, Ashlyn. You just, and it's nervous laughter mixed with maybe there's a couple people laughing at you instead of with you, but fuck it, it broke the tension.
Sonata's gonna look at you. Sonata's gonna look at you and go,
Yeah, that's what I was
joke you
holding
didn't
in.
say,
That
huh?
was what I was holding in.
you know, entirely understanding. That is what you were like. I'm not saying this. I'm not saying.
Carrion comes up behind Reed and just sort of fucking like claps him on the shoulder. And he's like, fucking big energy, man. Yes, sir. Oh,
I like this dude.
I love
Please.
this guy.
please tell me there's a place to get a good fucking beer around here.
How about after this whole
Alex
thing?
nods.
Yes, I'm not. Thalacia just kind of gives him a side eye. I'm not drinking on the job. And she's like, you're always on the job.
This is Carrion.
Yes. It's just like, I'm just saying, like, it's a college. It's gotta be a place to, you know.
Alex nods.
He just kind of sighs.
I don't carry drinks on me. I only carry food.
You know a place.
So now it's gonna go. I mean, I
He
don't
kind
know
of gives you a little bit of like the side eye. He's like, hey. Of course, when I'm not on duty, protecting our princess.
Aren't you always on duty?
He's just trying to show off now. That's cute.
And he kind of looks back at you, Ashley, and he's like, technically, but if my princess were to say, relieve me temporarily of duty while she maybe wants to have some alone time with her new husband, which I doubt she'd want me around for. And she's like, I will traumatize you. You see, like, Reed, who's just finally clicking into the situation, kind of blushes a little. And he goes,
YMCA.
Yeah, do I mention Piper's not paying attention? Piper's glaring at the daggers where he went.
Yeah, at the
Piper's
door.
glaring daggers at the door still, barely paying attention. Clearly
Sonata's gonna,
angry,
like-
but clearly
yeah,
trying to hide
Sonata's
it
gonna,
still.
like, put her hand on Piper's shoulder, and kind of go, Piper, he's gone for now. You know, kind of like trying to like gently get Piper back in the conversation.
Breed,
Sorry, I hate.
Breed walks over to the both of you. Goes, Sonata, I got this. Hey, Arya. It gives you like a nice jab into the shoulder. Come with me.
I'm just
Spins
realizing,
on.
is this the first time that any, like, because I realized I've been saying Piper the entire time we've been here.
I
This
think
is
that's
really
the first time
you
I've heard
guys have ever heard Piper being called
Yeah.
Arya.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
never done it in front of you guys before.
That's your middle name, but we don't know that, right?
Yeah, you guys
Yeah,
don't know
cool.
that.
Only people that are allowed to use it are Reed and Sonata.
Yeah.
He sort of gives you a call of that name to snap you out. He just kind of looks at you. It's not a look as intense. You can tell he's been trained to be more formal. But he kind of looks at you and he goes, follow me.
Piper does.
And we'll sort of exit you two from that scene. We'll come back to that in a second. But Thalacia just kind of turns to the rest of you. I assume you guys have got preparations to be done for this whole thing. So we'll go in and get our little area set up and later at the Queen some more, I guess. It'll be fun. We'll come find you guys afterwards.
Glare at her more for me.
I'll send her a nice little like side glare for
Yay!
I love the yay. I love the yay. Yay.
Yes. Do that. Thank
By
you
the
very
way,
much.
when she pouted earlier, I was thinking Pinkie Pie, like how she's like, oh damn, I can't do it. Kind of pout.
you see
Madam
that at this
GM.
point. Sorry, what was that?
I have a question for you when you have a chance.
Oh, sure, go ahead.
I had a question. Oh, how much do I like? Where do I fall with like Seelie, Unseelie, etc.?
So, the
What do I really, like,
the
know
elven
about?
part of your lineage is part of the Seelie.
Uh-huh.
The
other
Unseelie
stuff.
equivalent to you is the Drow.
Okay, got it.
What's
So
the
I'd be more
fun
Seelie
equivalence?
for the most part.
Yes, so all
Okay.
of you would fall under the Seelie.
Got it. Sweet.
What's the fun equivalence on Sealy?
The fawn equivalent of the there are sort of centaurs and like other sort of half breed humanoid to animal creatures that are, I guess, minotaurs.
Oh yeah, that's a good
A
point.
minotaur would kind of be the
I like
opposite,
it.
whereas the Seelie are more like humanoid up top and animal on the bottom. The Unseelie part of that is more switched. So you're looking at minotaurs, chimeras, that sort of thing. They are more animalistic than you guys who are more societal. It's at this point that Gloria has sort of regained herself with her henchwomen, and she's like, "You guys won't be so lucky this time."
You haven't met Fred yet.
Haven't met Fred yet. Are you so unlikable as a person you've made imaginary friends?
Honestly,
Sonata's
Gloria,
gonna,
better just
Sonata's
stop
just
while you're
gonna
ahead.
smile and go, kind of go the, the sort of like, like the look where it's like, I'm gonna let you think that, but I know you're wrong kind of look.
Yeah.
That's the look she's giving to Gloria about this comment about Fred. Like
Um,
she's
Better
like
quit while you're behind.
like opens her mouth like to respond, decides against it, and closes her mouth, and just kind of like looks at her like yeah, sure, sweetheart, that sort of thing.
you're like, of course.
Like
That
yes,
little
of
like
course, of
condescending
course.
side look, and she
Yes,
regards
yes.
your comment there, Calathea, as well, and goes to open her mouth, but you hear behind you a man with a very, very familiar voice say, "I would agree. This does not represent our school in a very crucial day." And behind you, Principal Victor Defendus, Vincent Defendus, stands, and for the first time in any of your experiences with Defendus, including the people who have been here before, you see him clad in his full plate armor.
Interesting. Okay.
His hair is sort of pulled back into like a very tight bun. And he is wearing, it looks freshly polished, his full plate silver armor with sort of gold accents, his family crest, which is also the school's emblem, emblazoned on the chest piece. A small enough that it doesn't drag the ground cape is sort of attached behind it as more of like a symbol of justice sort of thing. And his greatsword attached, actually you see on his right side. Gloria just kind of looks over at him, and there is a commanding aura of this man that normally is not, he's not there as much. He always holds a presence to him for sure. This is, you're seeing the fighter Vincent Defendus for a first time in a while. He sort of just looks over. I have heard of your antics, and I'll be honest, I believe the accounts that are being said. Your punishment will come after the gathering of influence. However, we're going to start with being confined to your dormitory.
All of us? Like,
No, he's looking at Gloria.
oh,
Oh.
And she goes, "Just for having a little bit of fun, Principal. Just having a little bit of laugh." And you see him go, "I'm not laughing."
oh shit.
Even I know that's not a fun prank.
I understood. Sir. Sorry, sir. And for the first time ever, the equivalent, the orc equivalent of a tail between the legs, as she just kind of heads back. He regards the two henchwomen as well. While you may not have been directly involved, I do not like that you stood there idly by. At the moment, you are allowed to attend the festivities, but you are on notice. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you can see that they sort of just scatter to enjoy the rest of the day.
Mm-hmm.
He regards the rest of you. My apologies. I don't like to break out the voice. everyone. I believe you could agree it was warranted.
I agree, sir.
Sonata kind of like, you just did that little thing like, yeah.
Ms. Pierre, regarding Piper. A great showing of courage, standing against someone 6 times your size. I've heard that you've started to take Guardian classes.
Yeah, I swapped out of rogue classes for Guardian.
I think that the personality fits, for sure, and I look forward to seeing how you progress.
I kept up with my deal, sir.
You've kept up. Oh, yes, the Bugbane Berry cupcakes. Yes, they were delivered. Everything went well, and hopefully we will not have to.
Let me guess, a bot.
We got a bot in the chat. I banned the bot.
Get wrecked.
Yes, I thank you for holding up your end of the deal, and hopefully we will never have to see it again. He's a little bit known for being a trickster in the forest. For anyone who wants to sort of dip their toe, you have not been the first to give your name. But glad that it is back. Welcome to the Gathering of Influence. Hopefully by the time that this is over, we can have a talk with the Queen of the Seelie and get her to understand your position of where you're coming from, having been through the Lux Forest Temple, and get through the Tenebrae Forest Temple as quickly as we possibly can. Is there anything that I could help you guys up with during this time? I know that this is trying for some of you, to be sure.
He just kind of laughs.
I get my stuff. I can distract myself, sir, while still listening.
Yes. Oh, yeah, of course, Ashlyn. This is a time of merriment. I'm sure that you will find your hand at some of the games that have been set up by some of the students. I'm going to say please refrain from dousing the fields in flour or pudding or whatever it is you may have planned. It is
Me and
ever
Ashlyn just
so-
pulls out a book, the Alice in Wonderland book. Sir, I got myself a book.
He narrows his eyes. You got yourself a book.
Alice in Wonderland, sir.
Oh, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, the Lewis Carroll novel.
Yes, sir.
It's a good read. Okay. I'm not going to complain.
I got it mine from the library, sir.
Well, I would assume so. It is checked out of the library and not walked out of the library, correct?
It is checked out, sir.
Okay. Ashlyn following the rules and doing light reading.
Calthe has been a good influence.
Apparently.
I kind of give her like this, like, what? Really? Looked at her, was like,
Yes!
come on. Okay.
He kind of looks down at you, Calathea, as like, what is this on about?
I just look at him and I go, I don't know. Like, the fuck do I know?
All right. Sure, I'm going to go with it. I'm just going to go ahead and say that today is going to be a day without any problems, and that's going to be awesome. And I'm going to now go and prepare for if it's not.
I was gonna say you probably just jinxed yourself there.
Words have weight. Enjoy the festivities.
So I heard there's games.
He turns to leave. There are. So some of the students have set up games sort of in the courtyard. You see that Killian has set up a almost like his own mini casino. He has exactly
Of course he
one
did.
table that is free to play because it was a requirement. The rest are various forms of betting and gambling.
Of course.
You see that there is like a sort of magical creature petting zoo that has been set up, and Mitchie is loving the shit out of that. And then everyone else is just sort of walking around, enjoying things. Some of you recognize Hector Junge, who is walking around and sort of making notes on festivals. Amelia and Kasha, you see occasionally just sort of like walking past with like an ice cream or like a cotton candy, just sort of walking together. You get a bit of a sort of tap on the shoulder. It's actually probably going to be Sonata that gets
Okay.
a tap on the shoulder. As you see Rockterra show up. She's shown up in full sort of dark violet pantsuit. Oh my god.
Puppy, 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 puppy.
And the campaign is derailed thanks to Puppo.
We have Pupper!
Wait, no, the camera's frozen for me.
Oh no!
Oh!
Do you see Pupper now?
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh, and now the pupper's being taken away.
And Pupper's gone.
I barely saw the pupper. I had to leave because the camera was frozen.
So
What dog? I don't know what you're talking about.
Rockterra kind of taps you on the shoulder there, Sonata. Dressed in like a violent, striped, almost Beetlejuice-esque like pantsuit. Her hair down in those sort of black stringiness, like fresh out of the shower look almost. She also has on what seems to be a brass bracelet with a green gem encrusted in it. As you see that she steps out and is in sunlight with.
Oh, huh. Interesting. Is that like a vampire thing?
You could ask somehow.
Somehow.
So now I'm gonna kind of like look at her, like whenever they've seen her in the, has she been avoiding sunlight? So I imagine, is there a window in the kitchen, or a classroom where they've been doing?
There's windows in the kitchen. For the most part, she avoids the sunlight. Your guys' baking clubs are also sort of like dusk into evening area.
Yeah.
So this is the first time you've seen her out in direct sunlight.
Mm-hmm. So now I'm just gonna kind of like look from her to kind of just like not basically look from her to like not at her, maybe vaguely up at the sun. And after a moment, managed to formulate the words that she like was clearly like debating how to phrase. Kind of go, you can be in the sun, like the most like broken like, how do I phrase this?
Are two of you losing your? I
Well,
know
your
that I
voice
know
is
that you
today.
are not very much one for talking, but this one, she likes to talk. And she get out like 5 words.
But
Uh,
there's like a question kind of at the end. Like it's clear like
she
she had no
smiles,
clue what she was trying to say there.
flashes the bracelet. Um, I have a limited amount of time that I can spend out here. Before this charm requires recharging. I figured now is good time to use.
Sonata's gonna kind of nod and go, "Well, I'm glad to see you out and about."
It is good to see you all too. You cleaned up very well.
Hi.
I will
Like
say,
a right back at you.
I will say that with the absence of your baking club today because of festivities, it is absolutely a bloodfest out here. There are so many people, but uh, she kind of turns to Piper. You can tell your friend that I am on best behaved.
Piper nods with just a smile of like, just a smile of like obviously like I trust you kind of look, right?
She kind of smiles and like you can let her know. I have only eaten one village. And just off to the side you can hear "fuck you."
Hold on. Okay. So, am I the only one who had Med cut out for the entire like sentence
Yes.
right
Yeah.
before? Yes.
Oh, sorry. You can see that she turns and she turns to Piper and says, "You can tell her that I only have eaten one village today." Uh, and you can hear Amelia's voice in the background just be like, "Fuck you."
Hi, Amelia.
And then Piper just goes, Amelia, be nice.
I am
Broken down.
trying.
But like there's very obvious jest in Piper's voice though. Like
Yes.
Piper knows Amelia doesn't mean it meanly, so Piper's obviously
Yeah, because
like,
nobody's
joking.
being serious here.
You can see Amelia is like half, also half like,
No,
yeah.
I also
Yeah.
did say hi.
Piper's finally
And she,
lighting
Amelia.
it
she
up.
kind of like waves over at you. "Hi, Ashlyn," and she just kind of looks. "I am trying." And you just see Rockterra's like, "I'm not making it easier for her, and I'm not trying."
Yeah. So yeah, Piper's finally lighting it up after earlier, and also just quickly goes, "Hey guys, did you hear there's a petting zoo?
Do you want to go to it together?
Yeah, we should go at some point."
Sonata's gonna go and just look at Piper and go, "Yes, you go to the petting zoo." Like almost with the air of it's a demand.
Um,
Like you go to the petting zoo.
we're gonna do a bit of a meanwhile scene. So this is when Piper
Okay.
comes back to you.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, Reed had sort of taken Piper away. And actually, Calathea, you know that they're going towards House Karada. They are going towards your dormitory. He brings you, Piper, over to the sort of training that they have. And to these sort of straw dummies they have set up. And he sees you being like very stoic, very melancholic. And he goes, "Get your anger out."
Immediately in with just the rapier and the dagger, like two-handed, don't care, kind of look. Like that's how you tell Piper is angry. Piper, when training, usually will just train with the rapier, with dagger as a backup. But Piper going immediately in with both.
You make these very precision slashes and strikes to what to what would be very vital points on a very specifically sized person. And though it may not make sense on the dummies in front of you as they're sort of in a one-size-fits-all, the precision points are not lost on Reed, sort of regards. And as you sort of start to catch your breath from the overworking that you do, he sort of looks you over. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I thought you were gonna make it come. I'm glad you didn't. But
Tried my best to hold it in and be nice, to say the least.
yeah, that's the thing about courts. Everyone is hiding at least one truth. I'm used to from him. I get it from the Unseelie Court. I am pretty much not liked and not well.
You've always got us. You know that, me and Sonata. The look I gave him at the end was basically, you really weren't expecting me to side with you? You literally trained me since I was a little kid. Like, of course. If it wasn't for the fact that me and Sonata are twins and Sonata is my best friend thing, you would be my favourite sibling. But Sonata is my best friend.
Trust me, and especially now that I hear up to that from. But in an answer to your question that you didn't actually ask, yes, he did expect you to side with them. They always do. In their minds, hating pixies, hating the Unseelie, it should be in your blood. And yet, we are.
I don't hate anyone unless they give me a reason to, and he has given me a reason to, let's just say. I have 3 people I hate. Him, my mother, and Gloria. Those are the exact 3 people. That is it.
It's
Oh,
understandable.
and some people from high school.
We'll talk about high school stories later. That's completely understandable. Going forward, realize you probably will not be welcomed back home. In fact, they will probably erase any trace that you were even.
So fucked.
I don't know if I can guarantee you a place in the Unseelie. Power and Felicia, though she is a princess, is not monarch yet of the.
Of course, I understand that.
But you will never lose. Ever again. You know that, bro.
I do just... Piper just kind of gives a kind of sigh and just says, the only person I truly know I will never lose is Sonata. There's clearly more behind that, but Piper's clearly not saying it.
For sure. And he clocks it, he doesn't pry further. But there's a little bit of like, I understand that kind of thing. I don't like it, but I understand it. It should have been the 3 of us. Always. But I don't see anyone. Well, actually that's not true. Your whole group, to me, is the definition of what this school stands for. This school is supposed to make champions, people who bring good into the world, and I see protection. I see determination, selflessness, righteousness, and happiness. I'll be honest with you, I always thought that this school's whole deal was kind of on the goofy side. You know, to be these cartoon kids. But I guess they're real. I guess the fairy tales are real.
It just passes Reed a cupcake in response.
How do you always have one of these?
Needs to give
The
Piper
answer is you don't want to know.
a pocket of
Just-
snack bag of holding.
Yeah,
You see he carefully unwraps it,
So funny.
does the thing where he like breaks off the bottom and makes it a cupcake sandwich.
Approved.
Approved.
What did that?
And he sort of like as he's about to bite it, like gives you like a side look. Don't tell my captain I cheated on the.
I give your captain cupcakes as well.
Oh, that little bitch. Okay, okay. I'm gonna keep that in mind. Fucking no cheat days, my ass.
Don't know why I told you.
Get wrecked.
Do as I say, not as I do.
You
Or you'll be meeting number 1, number 2.
I guess when I
That's
can
really
match
good.
her on the track, then I can actually say shit, huh? Anyway,
Yeah.
Nice bow.
you got all that out of your system?
Yeah.
Good. It's a happy day.
I wasn't expecting to see him.
Oh, that's a sword. Never
let's
mind.
just say
The
it
sword.
it was tricky not to at least say something if I hadn't managed to stop myself last second. Clara Daggers was the like I had to do something.
Let me give you a piece of advice from someone who has been in meetings with both sides of the fake. The good thing to do is not to be silent, but to know when there
Words are
will be
powerful.
time for your words. Are powerful. Take your time carefully.
Piper just nods in response, like as I kind of like one of Piper's like whole things is words are powerful. You've seen how Piper acts.
They're powerful.
Piper will go with words before going in with a sword any day, and Piper loves going in with a sword.
Yes. You see, he kind of now fucked up your dress. Pull this part. Okay, you're good. How's everything? How's the hair?
Good. The clip didn't fall out. That's the one good thing.
Yes. Good. Okay. Shoulders back and strut. And you guys make your way back to the group where you had the rest of your.
Mm-hmm.
You then make your way over to the petting zoo, I'm guessing. Is there any of you not going to the petting zoo?
I don't think so.
Why are we going to a petting zoo?
Because we are. Because the petting zoo and Piper wants to go.
Where
So
is
does
it?
Ashlyn. So does
Where's the
Ashlyn.
petting
Excuse
Excuse
zoo?
me.
I mean, are you not? Is Alex not going to the petting
Well,
zoo?
where is the petting zoo?
In the courtyard.
The petting zoo is in like the courtyard of the school. There has been like a place that has been cordoned off to show off these magical creatures. Sort of. You actually, Alex, recognize certain creatures from the Tenebrae Forest as well.
Oh.
You recognize, in fact, a bullfrog. Which is not, as it would sound like, a normal bullfrog, but in fact a half bull, half frog.
Interesting.
So you're
Joking
looking
out
at,
of character.
you're looking at the size of a bull with the horns, but the, like, slimy skin of a frog and the webbed feet.
Interesting.
I like
Fascinating.
the
It's as
horns.
cute as it is fucking horny.
Also, Med, me, I'm like, oh, you're just pulling out Avatar, Last Airbender, like how they combine their animals.
Yeah.
Exactly. You're seeing
Is there a duck turtle?
is there a duck turtle? Make an instinct roll for me to see if you can spot the duck turtle.
And then the most weirdest, strangest creature in the entire petting zoo. A bear.
A bear. Oh my gosh, it's from the Americas, y'all. That's so crazy. On this time.
You're
I need this
seeing like
in my
various
life.
bear-like creatures and people just walking up and petting them.
Hey, by the
Oh.
way, so far it's gonna be above an 11.
Okay.
That is a ready, guys, an 18 with fear.
An 18 with
Nice.
fear. You do in fact spot the duck turtle.
Duck turtle.
A very almost like Squirtle looking creature. It is about maybe half a like about a foot tall. With like the body of like mostly a turtle, but with like the beak of a duck and little wings that could not possibly help it to fly. And the part of fear is this thing has so much fucking swag to it that it is basically just like strutting its shit and like performing for these people that you are almost like kind of taken aback by it. Damn. Okay, duck turtle.
By the way, fun fact, duck turtles from Avatar The Last
That's what I
Airbender
think of.
are my favorite combination on the show. They're so goddamn beautiful and
They're
cute.
For those
I
who
love
want to
that.
see, I said it in the side chat what a turtle duck looks like.
But yeah, you can see like hippogriffs, you can see owl bears here. I'm gonna say there's an owl bear mother and its cub to just sort of mimic that we've been playing Baldur's Gate.
A little bit, yes.
And a lot of the people that are kind of heading this and making sure everything goes well are people from the advanced ranger classes and druid classes.
I don't know her.
Half the animals are just druids.
They're plot twist. They just want the pets.
You never know. That honestly, duck turtle could just be a druid. Just having a time.
Ashlyn is just like, I'm gonna go to the duck turtle and no one's gonna stop me.
The Dark Turtle's just a druid bard in disguise.
Yeah.
That's where all the swag comes from.
The duck
I'm just
turtle
looking at
sees you
Albert.
approach and sort of like beckons you in. Like
I hate that.
mob
I
boss
hate it.
style, just like, what's up? That kind of thing. But instead of just what's up, it's like,
Dark says this is where that goblin hustler gambler guy is.
Oh, shit.
He's a bard druid. He just turns into a dark turtle.
No,
It's a
he's a
side hustle.
sorcerer. We know that.
you
Well-
do know that he is a sorcerer.
He was
Yeah.
polymorph and he's using it as a side hustle.
It's a side hustle.
No, isn't he No, who's running the casino?
He's
Yeah, he's
running
got
the
his
casino.
casino.
Yeah, he's
He's
not
got a
nearly
casino.
intelligent enough for this. Kind of beckons you in, and as you go
Really?
closer, you see him kind of like pecking at your hip, where the snack bag of holding is.
Oh. Don't I just have tin cans in there right now?
Yes.
Oh no!
Which means he knows what he's looking at, but he doesn't know that there's no duck-related or turtle-related snacks.
Or turtle related.
Pulls out a can. It's actually the can. I'm like, I haven't used this in a while.
Right?
and uses the horn to open it. And inside it, there's food. Dog food. Dog turtle food.
You see that he sort of like leans back, and there's like a look of like, oh, I thought it was just cans there for a second. I was gonna be pissed. And he just sort of like, he just sort of like begins eating the food. And then looks at the bag like curiously because it's like it doesn't. It looks like a tiny like satchel type thing. It doesn't look like it's big enough for
No,
a
it's
whole
a
ass
pocket.
container.
Remember, it's a pocket. It's the pocket of my pants, so it's like.
Yeah. But I mean, I would assume that you would have had to like pull out the bag in order to bring it out.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry if this is not allowed.
He sort
You
of
guys get my
looks
family. I'm sorry.
side to side at the bag. Ashley, can I get a finesse reaction roll from you?
Oh shit! What the?
Right?
I do know what I rolled. I'm just making sure I
Math correct.
have to roll again because
Oh,
it's
shit.
just stuck in the. It keeps on rolling back into.
It's not a high DC. It is a turtle dove.
Why is that always with fear right now? A 15 with fear.
15 with fear will succeed. You see for a moment, this thing is just kind of like eyeing it, and snaps it like with his beak and like tries to run off with it. And it tries to like jump and fly out of the pen and is just met with not a damaging force field, but just like a force field of like,
Sorry about that. I say to the people.
oh, you guys brought food inside. Sorry, we should have gone over the rules. Yeah, I mean it's not.
No, I
technically
usually don't
against-
bring it out. It went for it first. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. It's good. Yeah, you didn't mean anything by it, did you, buddy? And just as you're kind of taking the thing back, he like looks at you and like brings his like wing to like.
It's demonic duck turtle.
While this is going on, Alex, you see Mitchie, who
Oh,
sort of has long out and is like twirling sort of above her head. And she sort of regards you. Oh, Alex, you came to the petting zoo. Oh,
not.
I've never seen creatures like this before in my life. I mean, I'll be honest with you, even meeting Long here is quite the adventure.
I just kind of look at them, like point at the two, her and Long, and I'm like, how did you guys meet?
Oh, so Long kind of saved my life.
Shocked.
Let me see. Yeah, I was.
Ow.
So, obviously, I'm in the ranger classes, right? I kind of like to be out in the wilderness and feel home amongst the trees. And stuff. And I was out there, and I wasn't so good at it, and almost kind of got, well, trampled by tigers. I said almost. And then this little buddy came out, and we've kind of been inseparable ever since. And sort of as we were nomadically traveling between cities, I heard about the academy, and I was like, well, that's I'm a good ranger, I tell you what.
You what?
And
You are just doing so many accents today, Kira. Holy.
it's a good
Holy
way to
crap.
differentiate your characters, especially when you have an entire ass world.
That's very true.
But yeah, that's why we decided to come here.
Well, just like that's pretty cool. That's pretty neat.
You can also see that your mother is here,
Ah,
as she's kind of has like the protective wards up that are preventing the aliens from escaping and running rampant everywhere.
oh, that's cool. That's neat. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Where she kind of she looks over you, she waves, but she doesn't like approach.
I give
Half
her a
because
like.
she has a duty, and half because she doesn't want to harsh the vibe.
It's not pausing the
Yeah, I give her a little bit of a like. Don't.
It's not pausing. My
Don't-
controller
don't-
died.
He's like,
My controller died and the game is not pausing. I need a cord.
my man is angry.
Not the controller.
I guess Alice is not using the new toy that she got.
Don't you hate it when your toy dies on you?
Sorry.
Fair.
Yeah, so
Sure.
I mean,
got you,
your mom
sorry.
didn't see what the package was. She just saw that you had a package, so she doesn't.
Oh yeah, that's right.
She
good
doesn't
point.
really like regard like not wearing the earrings.
Mhm.
But yeah, you see that she's like, you know, I got a thing to do.
I want her to think to like by looking at me like, oh, okay, she got sleep. That was good. That was the hope here.
Yeah, she's like looking at you, and she's feeling a little bit better.
Mhm.
Even though it's full on lie. But
Yeah.
she's just kind of happy. She's looking over at Calathea as well, kind of gives a little wave as well.
I think Calathea actually followed everyone to the petting zoo, but kept on going.
Ooh, where does Calathea?
I mean, this is a big event. I'm assuming the mock sports has a thing here as
Oh,
well.
good point. Yeah, you guys probably have a thing going
absolutely, yeah. It's not very weirdly enough for this situation, it's not very prominent, but I mean, also your team is never going to turn down a chance to just be like, you know,
It's a possible opportunity to get donations from the uber wealthy people. So yeah.
on. Yeah.
Sports teams are always like that.
absolutely.
Networking.
You
Sports
see,
teams are always looking for fundraisers, so I just assume that they're there.
Networking.
you
too.
see Zini actually approaches you. She's in like a sort of tight-fitting formal shirt with like a cropped leather blazer, half jacket on, like jeans with like chains down the side. It's more regal than she normally does, but it's not in any way, shape, or form, you know, formal. And she's like,
Oh.
Captain, you give this the. And then she kind of stops and she's like, how do I. Because I know you're Fae, and I don't want to. But like the rich Fae? Oh, they love to throw the money around. Like, they're like,
Yep.
oh, yes, please understand that I am rich and I am pompous. And I'm fucking, I'll take your coin, but I'm not. I don't give a shit.
Yep. No. Hey, I understand. A few $100 here and there is like pocket change to them.
Yeah, exactly. Like, can you imagine if I had the gold credit on there? I'd walk out with half the potion shop.
What is Zinni's like? Do we know what Zinni's class is?
Zini is a warrior. She is a vengeance warrior.
Yeah.
Spell Zini. I have it in here way wrong.
Z-E-E-N-Y.
Oh, so wrong. Zini. She's a warrior.
But yeah, so she just kind of regards you and is like, yeah, I mean, like, as soon as I come out and say, well, we have so many Fae who are training their combat abilities to be part of your guard, and as long as they believe that, it's fine.
Oh yeah, totally fine.
Mm-hmm.
So where's your party? You have a party now, right? That's kind of weird.
We are pretty great. It's a party, you know. You want to come to our party?
Yeah, I never thought that
The
would
party.
happen. But I left over at the petting zoo.
Left him over at the. Oh, yeah, fair enough. High attraction. Also, they got one of the best fucking booth spots. But have you ever tried to beat a druid to early rising? Doesn't happen.
It would if you started doing early workouts.
I do nighttime workouts. That's you. You know me. I'm a night owl. Do my night
Yes,
workout.
yes. I know.
I'm
We all
usually
have our
getting to
preferences.
bed by the time you get up.
Yeah,
Is that
that's,
reason he was there?
it's fair.
Thing.
Yes, that's why Zini was there. She does her workouts
I
at night.
love it. You are master.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
put that together so fucking perfect
Yeah,
just
that's,
now.
that's the reason. She's the
Fuck
only
you.
one at House
Oh my
Karada that does her
God.
workouts at night.
That's amazing. You're so good at that. Shut up.
Yeah.
You just threw that together. That was on the fucking fly.
Yep.
Fuck you.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, you gotta keep up somehow. Whether it's in the morning or in the afternoon or in the evening.
Yeah. I mean, I'm keeping up. I don't do track. I'm more of like a, upper body person. But I still give these newbies a run for their money. Speaking of the newbies, we're gonna be doing the callbacks once this is done. Got your eye on anybody so far?
Looks around the field. I mean, points towards what were their names again?
Amelia.
The Amelia, yeah.
And
Amelia and
Josh.
her.
Kasha?
Amelia and Kasha, like, they're promising.
Ooh, yeah. One of the the Seraph there, she got Reed. Of all people.
Yeah.
Like, and
Gave him a run for his money, yeah. For sure.
and I was able to get the girlfriend. I'm not gonna say it, but gotta wake up pretty early in the morning for a first year druid to get to me. But then I don't have I don't have any ranged attacks, and well, her girlfriend can fly. That's bullshit.
Truth be told, when we're out there in the field after this, you're gonna encounter shit like that. You gotta learn
Yeah.
to adopt.
I'll keep it in mind. Get strength-based ranged attacks. Maybe I could fuck a javelin or something.
Possibility. And also, not to sound biased, but points back towards the petting zoo. It's like, she has potential too.
Who are you pointing towards?
Piper? No, Sonata. Fuck, I'm getting the twins mixed up.
Piper's the one who's been doing all the fighting. Sonata's the one who's been sitting in the back helping everybody.
Yeah, Piper hasn't
right.
tried out for box sports. Piper's not joining. Not Piper.
I thought Piper did.
No.
Piper debated it, but Piper's at least in baking club and was going to join a calligraphy club or something, and didn't know how many clubs, and is also into acting and all that kind of stuff. I didn't know how many clubs one person could feasibly take on.
You do realize
You know what I
Maybe
mean?
I'm mistaken with that one. I
Just
thought Piper
listed
did.
Is what Sonata is doing. Like she's in calligraphy club, doing the acting
Or
and whatnot. Like that's all
maybe
her.
I'm actually mistaken the Guardians from the Mox.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, the singing fairy, right? They joined our guardian classes. that was wild to see the siblings fight each other. I was like, ugh. But I mean, they look like they've been doing that their whole lives.
From what I've heard, Reed's been training.
You can also sort of hear behind. Well, sibling relationships can be kind of weird. You'll turn around to see sort of bow tie bedecked, very stereotypical solid color suit, your brother.
Oh.
Oh,
Rosanak
oh,
Swiftbeard.
oh, fuck! I'm doing this now.
He sort of hovers there. Sibling relationships can be family in the end, right? Beanie sort of looks at the situation.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Boy, where the butter knife?
Spoon.
Captain, see you back there?
Yeah.
She kind of gives
Yeah.
you a nod, gives Rosanak a nod of like a very confused kind of like up, and steps away. So this is what you do, huh?
Yes, I go to school here.
Yeah,
Not
I
the-
go here.
At the school. What's on this booth?
Yeah.
Is it true what they say that kings and queens guard they hone skills here?
They certainly can. I mean, it's not exclusive.
And he kind of looks back, and you can see that well, make an instinct check for
I got my kicks. That's a 66. That's a critical with 2 6s.
Ooh.
No.
For a second, it looks like he does not have guards with him. But you take a second. You're not magically inclined yourself, but Fey magic still runs in you. And you also know sort of what your family is. And you take a second to look, and you remember the illusory barrier that separated the northern forest and Red's cottage. And you turn your head and look off to the corner of your room, and you notice that little glitch out. That his guards are there, but they're invisible.
Oh, cool.
You don't know if they're invisible for the element of surprise or to give you, the element of privacy, but you are not alone in this moment.
So he's in that party trick, I see.
I need that.
Be surprised how often it works. He kind of just like flicks his fingers and the illusion stops. Boys, go and get one flavor each of cotton candy. Like, boss, you heard me? Have fun. That's an order. Alright. You just see them
Order, go have fun.
go have fun. And you see these two human guards sort of walk off. They start like walking together, like in motion, as if they're like marching, and then sort of relax a little bit. Like, I mean, we're not. And Rosnak, at this point, you know that it is good to see you.
It's good, not great.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Look, this is a sucky situation, right? I mean, I didn't think that the Academy would hosting something like this, though I can understand why they would. Good for people to know about what's. And then it dawns on you, doesn't it? Dawns on you that I'm gonna have to see. Thought I'd come find you and hope that we can keep things amicable.
Fair.
Oh, my sister. Understand this place. Even like this place. You don't choose your family.
No. No, you don't.
So, help me understand, what's all of this?
Depends what you're referring to.
You mock sports. I know that I come from a place of privilege. I know what a school is.
Yes, I know. As my friends would put it, I'm pulling your leg.
Ah,
Fucking with you.
you're fucking with me. Cool. Good. I'm actually happy to see this. Lighthearted. Better than good. Great.
And as for this, and she points like back to like the kind of booth thing, is like, as you've heard, it's a means for individuals to test their strength and hone their skills for a future outside of this school as a protector.
But you said that it's not exclusive to, like, Kings of Queens Guard.
No.
Who are you protecting?
Let's just say I have a bunch of idiots that are
Yeah.
around here somewhere that I'm come to enjoy being around.
Fair. You have a bunch of idiots when you first joined up, or when you got here?
When I first got here, I was, besides from my team, quite much a loner, as you would say.
Yeah.
I mean, there's one thing that I did not inherit from father is the ease of social interaction.
Wanted to teach you.
I'm scared. I'm very
I would not
scared.
call that his methods teaching, but okay.
Disagree. Leave that one alone. But so I guess you got some sort of the social bug, right? You met some people? Being a great courageous warrior?
Social bug. You just being a social bug.
Let's say,
Funny.
how close is this courtyard? Not that like we would over here, but like how close is the courtyard to the petting zoo where everybody else currently is?
The petting zoo is in the corner.
Well, I meant more the mock sports, whatever is going on.
Oh, I'd say it's about like 5 or 6 booths down.
Okay. More
Well,
so,
they-
do you gesture at us or like look towards us at all when you go the bunch of idiots?
No, probably
Okay.
not.
Hi, I'm the bunch of idiots.
Oh,
I'm actually
if it
probably
was
have my
close
back
by,
towards.
I was just like, well, if it was close by, he motions towards us. Definitely, Ashton would wave.
Well,
Fair.
yeah.
my back
like,
is probably most likely to you guys at the moment.
Okay.
But if you actually probably take a look down towards them, you'll probably see 2 teal-skinned fairies people
Well, I don't
talking
know
to each
how
other.
distracted or how I guess would we have? I mean, depends on I guess how distracted we are with the whole petting zoo turtle
Yeah.
or duck turtle thing and whatever what the chaos that Ashlyn is causing.
But no, he would not see the Vega flying.
Let's go ahead and get instinct checks from everyone except for Calathea. However, everyone besides Sonata is going to do this with disadvantage.
Or why?
Because you're distracted.
Do I do the instinct thing? Like disadvantage me?
Oh, you roll a d6 and minus it from your
D6.
overall score.
All I have to
Whoops.
say is Piper is very distracted. There's an owlbear and an owlbear cub. Piper's trying to make
Ah!
friends with the owlbear and the owlbear cub.
That is
Apparently.
a.
So bad.
I'll phrase it like this to use other D&D terms. This is it's a 12, dirty 12 because it's a 6 and a 5 plus 1.
It's a dirty 12. I guess this game does have dirty 12. I feel
This
like I'm
shit is
going to
so
call on Alex last.
Anyway, it's a
I'm
12.
currently doing
It's
all
a
the
12 with fear.
calculations.
Such a nasty 12.
That's just the nastiest.
Should I send you the video?
Ashlyn, what'd you get?
I am still counting, so that is a 12 plus 1, that is 13, plus 3 is 16, minus 2 is 13.
14.
14.
Okay, okay.
14
Reverse
with hope
math
or
is
fear.
difficult.
Fear!
Yay, more fear. Piper?
Yeah.
16 with fear.
16 with
We're
fear.
I
all
rolled
with
it.
fear.
On my fear die, a 12. And on my hope die,
I
a
rolled-
1.
Yeah, I rolled a 7 and a 9 with the 9 on my fear dice. Got a +1 from my stats, and then got a -1 from the disadvantage dice. So it just came out as a flat 16.
Nice. And
So I have a
Alex.
+3 in my.
I got a 1
Got a
with
1?
fear. Yes, I rolled a 1 and a 3 and a -4. And then I have a +1. So that's just coming through my +1.
Okay. I will say that the others are high enough to notice that Calathea is not with you at this booth, and you can kind of look to see, like, oh, she's over down with the Mock Sports group, and that she's talking with someone that you don't.
Yeah. Okay.
Alex, you are so determined to basically not be seen by your mom. And B, you are enthralled with this story of being run down by tigers and saved by a little dragon boy.
Yeah, that's fair.
That you are
Just
like,
not-
this could be its own side quest.
They could.
As we return to Calathea and Rosnak. So you met these guys, I'm guessing, being a hero of the virtuous and...
No, I met him in detention.
Met him in detention. So you give up everything
Oh shit.
to come to this school, to become a Defendus, graduate, become this guardian. But what, you fuck about in detention?
I mean, to be fair, I was defending someone from a bully, which is why I ended up in detention.
Yeah. Decided to defend someone using brute strength, and that's where it got you?
Well, to be fair, she is like 4 times my size, so yes. And she kind of looks around and is like, oh yeah, that's right. She's on house arrest. It just kind of snickers.
So you also have, what, a criminal? Someone under house arrest at this school?
It's not so much being a criminal as more of she is a shit disturber. And try to pick on the unseelie princess earlier today. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not... Unseelie, they got their ways.
No, so Defendus kind of confined her to her dorm.
Cool. So, someone decided to, try and intimidate Monarch, and your principal put her in timeout.
Yes.
Cool.
Welcome to Defendus Academy.
You kind of hit this pose of like, welcome to the academy, and there is a full just look of disgust.
There it is.
Thanks for the red carpet.
It-
He's seeing you, Calathea. He turns, begins to... it is at this point that those of you with the 16s would notice... you almost think it is Calathea before you realize that, oh, the outfit doesn't match, and also that's a dude.
And also
But you're like, teal skin tieflings, I've only ever seen one of those, and you're like,
Not tiefling.
oh,
Fair-
or it's
fair.
not tieflings, teal skin, Very.
Boogish thing.
I say alliteration is a thing. It's fine.
Also, I'm thinking Jester from... skin teeth.
Like teal skin tiefling, but that has more insectoid feature. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're just like, oh. And the implication kind of dawns on
Let's say Kalthea turns towards Niki?
Zini.
Zini. Fuck, so many names. This is what happens when you're part of like 4 different Dungeons and Dragons or TTRPG campaigns and try to keep all the NPCs straight.
Goodness.
Yep, that's why I take notes.
I try to as well, but I also don't like to, so it's kind of weird.
Fair.
I start towards Zini and goes, you good here?
Yeah, man. Yeah, super good. You
Perfect.
good?
Keep up the good work. And she just kind of walks off.
Okay. You just kind of get this like note from her that probably heard most of that and is like,
Oh, most likely.
oh God, this is an episode of something. You
Yeah,
walk off. Do
Defendus
you go
Academy.
anywhere specifically?
And she heads into the school.
Okay.
Said I had the same idea at the same time, and I don't know if you heard what we said.
I'm not sure if anyone is watching or following, but I think she'll head towards.
No, Sonata, what did you say?
No, that's what I. So, you go, yes, it seems like an episode of something. I go, yes, it is, at the same time as Alexa, who then adds on and says, Defendus Academy.
Acha-cha.
So yeah, I guess Kalthea walks right past the group and just heads into the school, heading towards probably one of the only places that she feels comfortable besides like the house. Strata? Crata?
Correct.
Fuck. Crata.
Can I just
Crata.
say I'm
House Crata.
still laughing at the fact that I used my horn to open up a can. Duck food earlier.
I head towards the art room.
At this point, the 4 of you do sort of see Kalthea very quickly. You know,
I'm gonna check my ping and then probably head into the school too.
Bing.
your ping leads towards the school still,
Mhm.
but below the floor.
Shit. What?
No shit.
Okay, hold on. Before we get into that, do we know if the obviously the school's got like some sense of a basement, right? Oh,
What?
wait.
Your school does not have a basement.
I've been around every inch of this school, and we don't know if it. Did we ever get a map from Toby? Can we go do that?
You guys
Yeah.
have the app.
Oh,
Yeah, we had the map.
okay.
We got the map.
Map.
I'm gonna
Map.
start walking over to the school and opening up the app at the same time here on my little device. Just seeing if I can see anything that's below the school.
Sonata's gonna kind of like look, like, you know, there's Ashlyn and Piper, who, from as far as I can assume, is probably still absolutely and utterly distracted by the
Big fluffy creatures
Petting
and waddling
Yeah.
creatures.
Piper's been here by the owlbears this whole time, especially
Yes.
the cub.
And I'm with the duck turtle, who I'm like,
Well, question
no, I have to make
for-
sure I have to be friend. I don't want to get in trouble and don't come back to give me more pets.
Question for Zach: how, like, when Kalthea walked by, would, like, how, what was her face like?
Probably one that you've seen leading up to this thing. It's kind of like 1,000-yard stare type deal.
Okay.
It's the like not focused, kind of just blank. And
Sonata's kind of gonna like look at, you know, her Twin and Ashlyn, who are absolutely, completely, and utterly distracted by the petting zoo and all of the fluffy animals and all the creatures. And she's gonna look at, I guess, Alex, who's walked off doing their own thing, and Calathea, who's got the blank look on her face after the apparently conversing with her brother, because we, men noted that we did recognize that did
Yes.
I think, yeah, did recognize that. She's gonna kind of follow. She's gonna follow, I guess, after Alex, who's, kind of gently puts her hand on Piper's shoulder just to kind of be like, I'm not, and then starts to walk off, kind of in the, to let her know that, hey, I'm not disappearing. So Piper sees her leave, even if, regardless of whether or not Piper goes with her. More in these, so Piper knows that she's
Probably
left.
at least Piper's like, Piper's kind of got to, if Sonata's leaving, something must be important. You know what I mean? Because usually, thing, and decides to at least, like, in case it's something Sonata wants to do alone, kind of keep a distance. But you know what I mean, right?
Yeah,
In case
you're
it's
gonna
something
you're gonna
Sonata needs to do.
trail behind.
Yeah, like trail behind, just like making sure everything's okay, because that's like, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Is no one gonna grab Ashlyn?
Piper, as you know, there's animals there. Piper can't throw a cupcake at Ashlyn to get Ashlyn's attention.
I would not recommend that. Not in an animal pen.
Yeah, I was like, definitely not. Would Piper do that if there wasn't animals nearby? Yes.
I assume that you guys would kind of let each other know at the very least. But time is of the essence to be able to follow Calathea.
Yeah, like I said, Piper puts her hand on, or Sonata puts her hand on Piper's shoulder and just kind of leaves. Like, more in the silently saying, I'm leaving, but doesn't want to interrupt what's going on with the, the fact that Piper's enjoying the fluffy animals and is, just wants to, say, I'm leaving, I'm not disappearing on you. Because,
So you would be able to tail Calathea pretty easily.
I'm guessing Piper would be able to tail Sonata pretty easily
Yeah.
as well. Obviously not Calathea, but able to tail Sonata. Piper probably does something to get Ashlyn's attention, like, just like, kind of like a real quick signal as well.
Yeah.
Are we just making a long distance jokey sad conga line?
Yes.
Essentially, yes.
Yes.
You are
How about
making
Ashlyn does catch up with Piper?
like a chain link.
Like by doing a leap just to get to join Piper by their side, like bye turtle, bye ducky. I wave goodbye to the duck and then just leap.
He just he just hits the wing like.
I have some mad respect for you. That's what the last thing I say to the duck.
Kind of gives you a nod, a little bit of a smile.
The duck is hella suspicious.
You leave the swaggy turtle duck and join the end of this long, like, Lincoln.
I do join Piper by their side. I said I leap to get to them.
Oh yes, you do. So it's not the leaping to clear a distance thing. It's the speed, like the time.
Mm-hmm.
So once you get into the academy, it's a lot harder to sort of clear that distance in a leap.
Yeah.
Especially with a crowd being behind. But you do manage to sort of keep up as Sonata, you see Calathea enter into the...
Okay. She's gonna kind of like, even if the door's open, kind of gently like knock on the door. Well, is Calathea like the only one in the art room at this right now, or is there other people?
There's not a lot of people. Like, the occasional person might come in to grab extra supplies if like was run out, but there's nobody like Calathea would be the only one actually here.
Yeah. So yeah, she's gonna kind of like gently like knock on the door, like just kind of in the hey, and then kind of gently go like, "Are you okay?" Like obviously not, but like, "Are you okay?" Kind of, sort of way of asking.
I think she's probably a bit distracted for a moment and doesn't realize that you've entered in right away.
Well,
It's
that's,
kind of
that's what I'm
just
saying. She knocks on the door to kind of try to get your attention without super startling you,
Mhm.
and then goes, "Are you okay?"
and she just turns this. Oh, hi. Takes in a deep breath and just like, I'm. I don't know. Yes?
So
No? I don't know.
she'll like in the obviously she doesn't know exactly, but a little bit of a smile going kind of. I get that. Um, the she does and doesn't at the exact same time.
I mean, I suppose you kind of do. Now.
My brother's been so kind of in the like kind of still coming in. I don't know if she's aware of the fact that the other two are behind her. Probably not.
At this point,
Oh.
Piper and Ashlyn, as the scene sort of allows you all to catch up, do you enter the room as well? Do you keep your distance? What is it?
Can Piper make a small noise, like not much, that wouldn't sound like much to anything, but I feel like a signal, a signal to Sonata that's like, I'm here if you need, but I'm gonna stay outside in case,
Nice little
so
cough.
not intruding. You know what I mean?
I was gonna
But
say
a
you
signal
do
that Sonata would know.
you
You
do
know
a
what I mean? Like a
stage
simple,
cough
yeah.
where you're just kind of enough to just be like, oh, okay,
Okay.
you're out there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
also,
but
you can hear
not
like a
very
little
intrusive.
like a horn, like something hitting the wall, like a horn sound, like a horn, like
You're like,
hitting the wall.
Mhm. She'll kind of like glance over her shoulder,
Beep,
kind of
beep.
recognize that her friends are her friend and her twin are over there, and she'll kind of the like the oh they followed me.
But Piper's
um
clearly not intruding unless Sonata gives
yeah,
a signal that they
the
can,
sort of
right?
like look back, kind of like, oh, everybody followed me. Yeah, they're all over here now. um she'll just kind of look at she'll look back at Calathea though and kind of go, is it okay if I join you?
Yeah, he's just standing there for a moment and just starts absent-mindedly to pulls out like a canvas that's already been like kind of been worked on already, like from one of the storage shelves. Puts it on the desk and just starts. She goes, "Oh, yes, yes, yes." And just kind of just more or less just like going through the motions of something
Mm-hmm.
on this canvas with a brush in
Yeah.
hand.
Sonata's just kind of gonna like grab a notebook, sketchbook, something, like just scrap paper that, I imagine, and like a pencil. Probably a pencil from her pocket or like behind her ear or something. I don't know if she's sketching or writing something, but she's, working through what's going on in her own way, just as silently as Calathea, not saying a word.
What would it be?
what
guess-
sort of project are of you? working on to get these emotions?
I mean, Calathea said she's painting.
This was more or less. This was more or less like a piece that she started a while back when she first heard about the
The gathering.
Festival.
the gathering.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more or less like probably just like a scenery with a lot of probably like the Lexington Forest or something like that. Just
And Sonata, what are you working on?
I have to come up with like something because like I don't know.
Not
Probably
specific,
writing.
but like what type
Yeah.
of art style are you doing?
I'm like I don't know if it's like that's why I was kind of saying I'm like she's using like a pencil. Like I'm like that's what my brain is doing. I'm like I don't know if she's sketching or she's writing. Maybe a little bit of both.
I'm gonna
Like
get
it's just
a either presence or finesse roll for Calathea. But Sonata, can you make a spellcast roll?
Okay.
Sketchy.
Ah,
I didn't catch that one.
hopeful 20 with hope.
20
That is a hopeful 20.
Even when they don't
17 plus
crit,
3.
they just get the same roll.
It's a 12 on the hope, 5 on
It's a
the
fairy
fear,
thing.
plus 3.
Calathea, you continue to work on this scenery. And it's missing something. It's frustrating. And it just brings that part of you that is already, you came here because you were frustrated. You want to get out that frustration, but something is missing from this and you're frustrated. And you look to the side and you see Sonata is sketching something. And as she's moving this pencil, her hand loses grip of the pencil, but it still continues. As you see, Sonata is starting to conduct this pencil, and the finger movements are that of a concerto. And as it does, the traces of this drawing begin to leave the page itself and enter yours. And Sonata, you find that your hands sort of begin to move on their own, a combination of your sort of fairy ancestry, that innate magic, and the magic that you've been learning, that of bardic magic, art mimicking emotion and coming into the world of Arcana. And you don't know why, but you just sort of keep moving with it. And these Calathea, you notice these drawings come in, but they need color. They're just pencil at this point. They need color. So you add the color to it. And when it is finished, you see 5 figures stand in this scenery that you made. Because you made a scenery. You didn't put anyone in it. But 5 figures stand in this scenery, that being you and your friends, taking all of this in. You feel your shoulders relax, and you feel muscles less tense. And for the remainder of this day until your extended rest, your long rest. I would like you and Sonata to max out your.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Max out the what?
Max out your hope. You
Huh?
have the maximum amount of hope.
Okay.
Okay.
As everything sort of rests and this pencil just sort of like you, Sonata, not really knowing what you're doing, as you look for an extended time and your hands don't move, the pencil falls to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you rolled a 20 and you dropped your pencil.
Sometimes it be like that.
I guess I stepped back after that weird trance-like thing that happened, and it was just take a look, and Calthe just starts laughing, almost hysterically, but also relaxed type laughter, like all the tension type breaks type laughter. Those...
Sonata is just kind of like looking at this, like she might have had like similar moments where she gets like lost in like just lost in thought while like writing. But never had anything quite like that where like it takes where like whatever she's doing like just kind of takes itself over. She's just kind of like looks like from her hands to the pencil and then to the fact that like she and like their artworks are basically fused now and kind of go, I didn't know that could happen.
Neither did I.
This is literally where the game starts.
I'd also say, like I said,
I like told me out wrong.
get a I guess maybe a perception roll on this one from Sonata.
Yeah, let's get an instinct roll from.
Okay,
Because I'm just curious about something here.
that's a 7 with hope.
Hmm. Fair. I think I would like to say that what you see before you is familiar, but you can't place it.
What do I see where?
The painting itself. Like
Okay.
you know how you can kind of sort of see like hints of like an artist's style and a bunch of works.
Okay.
You're probably seeing hints of it, but you can't place exactly where.
Okay.
Almost like you've seen this style before.
You'll see, she kind of gives it a bit of a look. Kind of, the like, you know the look on your face when like you recognize something, like that emotion is reflected on her face. So she kind of like looks at it. But whatever thoughts she has about it, whatever thoughts she has about it, she doesn't share. She just kind of looks and goes, okay.
Sort of move scene to Alex standing in the foyer, your phone app. The originally maybe sort of following Calathea, but then getting distracted by the weirdness of the direction of your ping. You pull your phone out and you access the map that you were given by Toby, and make a knowledge roll for me.
Yes, ma'am.
Good Joe, no.
Oh, good. 18.
With
Oh, with fear.
18 with fear. I think that suits the situation more,
Mm-hmm.
actually.
Yep.
Because an 18 was what I set the D.
Did you really?
I did.
Fuck.
And you look at this app, and you are scrolling through whatever secret passages they happen to have mapped because they change constantly.
Right.
None of them lead underground, and
If you're a bit louder for anyone else.
did I get louder?
Yeah, no, it's not a problem. I could just turn you down.
Hell yeah!
Quit taking up so much space. God damn.
Well,
I'm just
damn. You're like looking at them, and none of them lead underground, and there's no like basement floor. You know, you flip through the floors, and you're like, there's no bottom level. And you're like, what the hell? This doesn't make any sense. And you're tired, and you're miserable. And
so
then
frustrated.
you look up at what seems to be a display for how Defendus Academy became to be. It's a lot more prominent now that the Gathering of Influence is here, and they like to kind of show off. And you go, wait a second. And as you kind of start like reading through stuff, because this is second nature to you. You grew up at the school, but you're just refreshing your memory. The antagonist assembly were sealed underground.
Right.
And the school was built on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
The school doesn't have a basement, but there is something underground.
Right.
That is what your 18 with fear gives you. There is one thing underground, and it's not good.
It's really not good.
Don John.
Okay.
Fade and rise back as you are all sort of, if you would like to be together or with your various classes or groups or clubs, that's totally cool with me as well. But you are in your main hall that is normally for your dinner services and stuff, has been instead changed to be an auditorium to bring out these big people of influence, and Defendus, Principal Defendus stands on the stage in his full plate armor, and he says, "Thank you all for joining us as we welcome some of the world's most influential leaders to speak on their experiences, to answer some of your questions, and to share their wisdom with us all. We have Mr. Razanak Swiftbeard, the elected leader of the United Republic within the Capital Territories." He sort of gets up. There is a polite applause. Our Defendus Academy's own Princess Roktera Lalasa, the currently uncoronated ruler of the Vampire Court within the Crimson Metropolis and its borders. He just kind of, like, gets up, so, you know, has a couple of friends in the crowd that are doing, like, the whistle thing, you know. Those of you who know where to look, like, clock fucking Amelia, who is reluctantly clapping. Roktera sort of, like, fucking blows a kiss her way.
I love them. I love them.
And
I
she's
love
just like-
this.
She sits down. Princess Thalacia Inkshadow and Prince Reed Pierre, representatives of the Unseelie Court and the Moon-Soaked Grove, They
Yes.
rise and are being clapped for, especially by the members of the Defendus Dragon Turtles,
And Sonata, and I imagine Piper.
and Sonata and Piper.
Oh,
Ashlyn
yeah.
too.
Very much the crowd sort of making themselves known.
Mhm.
And you just see fucking Thalacia like look over, being like, supposed to get the reaction? What the fuck? He's like, you're in my zone. I don't know what to tell you.
I love it.
And Queen Savelle Lilygust, High Monarch of the Sealy Court and the Shimmerlit Wildlands. She sort of stands and gives her, like, queenly wave. As you get a very polite clap, and, like, standing O from a lot of the Fae in attendance.
Sonata joins in the so Sonata doesn't stand. She claps politely because that's the proper thing to do here. But that's all that's a lot of that's most of what she gets from Piper. Not Piper.
Same
Sonata.
from Ashlyn.
You know, like nothing like not in a way that's like, you know, she's not like refusing to stand to be rude. Just that, you know.
Yeah, no, 100%.
You know?
And there are some Fae that don't stand when they clap, because they're kind of looking at them going like, come on, you're overdoing it. But, you know, I would say 85% of the Fae are standing. And you clap, and, you know, you kind of make eyes with Reed. What is Piper doing?
Piper's just like... Piper's sitting and it's like clapping enough to like blend in and not seem rude, but nothing beyond that. Like nowhere near the enthusiastic, happy, like very much enthusiastic clapping from the previous one. Like completely different from that. Piper's stoically clapping.
Yeah. More akin to what Sonata's doing. Like maybe Sonata's a little bit more like not in the like, oh, you know, respect thing, but you know, she's making a little more of an effort to be polite, kind of thing.
You see that Reed matches your eyes, Piper. Just sort of gives a nod, right? Just like, yep, as little effort as you have to give, as he himself is giving a polite clap to her. And you notice that the Queen did give a polite clap as well when Thalacia and Reed were announced.
You know, this whole thing is the little effort as possible. You know, little effort as, you know, can possibly be given to be polite.
The absolute bare minimum requirement.
Yeah.
Defendus continues. Never before has Defendus Academy served as the epicenter of a meeting this big. And he continues talking, but his mic cuts out.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And instead, from the PA system,
Oh, fuck.
you forgot to enter someone.
Shit.
How much of our group is together? Like, are we all
I
like
we will be with
so,
with Piper and Sonata.
I was gonna say more so. I imagine at least, you know, Piper, Sonata,
We know where each
Ashlyn,
other are, I
and
think.
maybe Calathea are all together. Calathea, you might be with your mock sports group. I don't know, but you know, like the three people I know are together. Calathea, you're either with us or with mock sports group. Alex, I imagine you're like lurking in the shadows on the edge of.
I'm sitting in the auditorium,
Okay.
and I have headphones in.
Okay.
You have headphones in.
Speaking of which, Piper needs to
I'm
discuss
just
where to get
trying to stay
headphones.
awake right now.
Here's the thing. You have your headphones in, but they're low enough so that you know when to clap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know that this is not supposed to be happening.
It's like
Shit.
Sonata's kind of looking around at you guys.
I'll
as this going
at this
on.
I'll like remove a headphone. Remove both of them.
So allow me to introduce myself.
Oh no.
I would say at this time, I think the sports team would have actually been closer to the stage, as they probably would have wanted to be there and in full force when Reed got there.
Yeah, they
Aw.
they stand up and immediately
Yeah.
assume a guarded position in front of
Oh,
the
100%. Calpe is there
Monarchs.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's in like guard mode as well. It's just like
Yeah.
something's
Yeah,
going on.
Alex is.
Sonata's, going to her new magical weapon, her wand thing. It's like she's got this at her side. Like she has this with her. She just doesn't.
There's like
she's
half
you
the
even
students are
yeah.
like confused. The other half the students are like you. They're on guard because this is a school full of adventurers. This is
By the
not.
way, Ashton is most likely will be ready to summon Fred at any point.
Uh,
I've got
Three-
I'm starting to pull out my dagger.
3 sort of shadowy figures here in the center of the walkway. One who seems to be sort of hunched over in the middle. A taller, more slender figure. And a very short, almost gremlin-like sort of impish shadow. And he's it seems as if this voice doesn't come from any one of them, but the PA system itself. Defendus. Oh wait, I'm gonna wait for.
No,
I'm
I'm
gonna
still
wait
here.
for Alex to come back.
Hold on. I just needed to close the window. It was so loud out there.
Yes, make sure to pay attention to the outside of your window too. Want to make sure that nobody's watching you, and you need to hit them with a returning blade.
Not again!
Defendus Academy. You are as mighty as you are foolish. Grab the relics, if your ego truly points you as a champion of justice. It's such a shame. It's fried you alive, revealing your true color to be as gray as the ash that remains. You are no heroes. You are poster children for a vain monarch. I am your benevolent tyrant. You will have the privilege of standing before Lady Abstemious, your trusty cohorts, Lord Will Never Free, and the Radiant Princess Merge Key. Make peace with the gods. Contrast, connection, Zara. Alex?
Oh no, oh no, oh no. Not the antagonist assembly, the contrast
The contrast
connection.
connection.
Oh
Alex.
no.
Your ping goes dead center of the room that you are in. That's where we're going to end today's episode.
No, what? What?
Cliffhanger!
Tina.
Look at what I put in chat,
Bullshit.
in the side chat.
I saw you come up with that
Bullshit.
too.
Fuck bullshit. Fuck bullshit.
So
Yeah,
I'm
Ashley
like,
was
I have to-
prepared to summon Fred.
Oh yeah, no. I'm like, during the speech, Sonata's eyes are like her hand is at her wand. Her eyes are bouncing from her two friends, right with her. Alex, would I know where you are in the crowd? Like, are you with us?
You probably noticed me. I'm the
Okay.
one who is dozing off.
Yeah, Alex can be pointed out in a crowd for
Yeah.
those who know who.
So, but bouncing between, the two people who are right with her, Alex and Calithea up at the front, guard, being in guard mode, as well as if she can see him, probably read, them, Reed and Felicia,
Reed is up on stage.
yeah,
And
she's
Calithea
bouncing
is standing
between,
front center in the group of the dragon
Okay.
turtles.
Yeah, she's basically looking between everybody she knows, mostly bouncing between her team because they've been investigating weird things that have been going on. This counts as weird things going on.
Weird relics, too, that they had
Yeah,
mentioned.
weird relics and the beacons. The beacons.
A strange group seems to have shown up, calling themselves the Cast Connection. And they know, it seems, almost as much
Where's
as you
Aubrey?
do.
Where's Aubrey though?
Yeah, where is Aubrey in all of this?
Where's Aubrey and Dean?
He's on the
Next
overhead
time
speaker.
on Defendus Academy,
We don't even know.
the battle of the Gathering of Influence. Is it just these three? Are there more? And if there aren't, just how powerful are these three? Thank you all so much for watching. If you haven't already, please hit that follow button. You'll be notified about when we go live doing games like this. And of course, our
Oh,
Pokemon
you just cut out
Tabletop
Kira.
United.
Kira, say it again. Kira, say it again.
What happened?
You
Just
got
cut out.
Oh, what the balls? If you aren't already, consider hitting that follow button. You'll be notified about when we go live. Doing games
Cut
like
it.
this. No, fuck you all.
Just do it slower.
You will be notified about when we go live. Doing games like this. Defendus Academy. And also, Pokemon Tabletop United. Run by Dawn. Which will be next week. You can also go to the YouTube channel of the same name to watch these another time and binge watch the current episodes. But until next time, everyone, thank you so much for watching, and
Oh my
we will
God.
see you by the firelight.